Day right now is October 27, 2008. The time right now is 12:49 a.m. I'm Detective Mellish with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Reference Orange County case number 08-074777. Also present is Detective Corporal Eric Edwards, and also present is Ricardo Morales. Ricardo, please state your name and birthday for the record.
Ricardo Morales, January 23rd, 1984.
Okay, and you're aware this is being recorded?
Yes.
Any objection to that?
No.
Okay. Ricardo, I called you actually a couple of weeks ago, left a message, called you again last week. Make a long story short, there were some questions that came up in the Casey Anthony case I was hoping you might be able to help me with. You agreed to come on down today on your own accord. Nobody brought you here. We closed the door for privacy, but the door's unlocked. If you feel uncomfortable, by all means, you can walk out at any time. You need a key fob to get in, but you don't need one to get out. But I just want to make sure that since we're on the record, we're clear, since we're in an office. I don't want you to feel like you're trapped in here. You understand?
I understand.
Okay. Very briefly, I know that you already you already spoke with Detective Gerald White. I guess he met with you a couple of days or the day after. He's the black guy. Mm-hmm. And you've already met with Corporal Edwards. Have you met with any other investigators or detectives from the Sheriff's Office?
There was a police officer that came the night of at like 4 a.m., but he just asked a few basic questions.
Okay. So aside from that, you haven't talked to any other law enforcement about the case in length?
No.
One of the things I wanted to kind of go over real briefly, you mentioned to Detective White how you met Casey. Can you kind of go over that one more time for me?
Okay. When we first met, it was June of 2007 at a party at Amy's house.
Amy Hutzinger?
Yeah.
Was it her birthday party?
It was her roommate Lauren's birthday party and / her going away party. She was going to be gone for a few months.
Do you know which Lauren this was?
Lauren Koppel.
Okay.
So that's where I first met her briefly. I mean, she was just another person at the party. And we said hi and nice to meet you and whatnot, but it's about as far as it got that time. And then I wasn't here for summer. Ended up moving to Orlando in August. Mm-hmm. And then because we had mutual friends, me and Casey, through Lauren and Troy, we just hung out more regularly. And so that whole fall semester up until December, it's here on a regular basis, maybe a couple times a month, 4 times maybe. And then come January, around my birthday, is when we started dating, or getting almost dating. So.
Okay. Well, when you say you started dating, is that, I guess, the first time you guys slept together?
No. On my birthday, we, kissed. She slept over. We didn't sleep together, as in have sex. But we started officially dating beginning of February. I don't know the exact date, but it was within the first week. And
you guys officially dated until when?
Mid-April is when we broke up.
February, March, April, about 2 months, give or take. Before you guys started dating, when you used to see her, would you see her with Kaylee?
I saw her once with Kaylee. That was the first time I ever saw Kaylee, and it was at a barbecue at Lauren and Troy's house.
Okay, and that was after the birthday party?
Before
the birthday party?
Mm-hmm. That was the first time I had seen the child. It was like maybe 2 weeks before my birthday.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. So Lauren's birthday party last year?
That was June.
Okay, from that time to the time you guys started dating, you only saw Kaylee once?
Once, which was in January, about 2 weeks before my birthday.
January of this year, okay. And it was at a barbecues at Troy's?
Troy and Lauren's, yeah.
All right. And after you guys started dating, how often would you see Kaylee?
Almost every time I would see Casey. She would come over with the child. She'd sleep over 4, maybe 5 times a week, so the kid was over pretty often. I
know you've been asked this before, but I'll ask it again. How was her relationship with Kaylee? When was it a normal mother-daughter? Did she seem stressed out because of it? In your own words.
Personally, I haven't been exposed to many young mothers or people in her situation, but from what I saw, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. She would, have everything ready for her, took good care of her, put her to bed when she should be. She would read books to her and teach her. To me, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. She just seemed like a normal mother to me.
So. Did you get stressed out or yell at Kaylee or kind of scold Kaylee for no reason?
She would be pretty firm with Kaylee when she was trying to get her to bed, and if Kaylee was fidgeting and not trying to fall asleep, she would, tell her you need to go to bed right now, and kind of get a little, I don't know if it's angry, but very, very firm with her tone.
And from May back, from the whole time that you knew Casey, from May back, do you recall what type of drugs she used, or what she said she was into? We know that she drank alcohol.
Alcohol.
Smoke a little pot.
That was infrequent. It got more frequent throughout the time I knew her.
Okay.
That's as far as I knew. That's as far as it went.
When you say the time that you knew her, from the time you met her last year in June. Did you meet her? Did you see her smoking pot, or knew she smoked pot then? Because you say infrequent. Last year, she was smoking pot.
When I first met her, well, I mean, the June when we met, I didn't learn anything about her. I just said hi to her pretty much, so I don't really know. That's just the first time I saw her. But as far as fall, when we got to hanging out more, no, I never saw her smoke pot or anything like that. I don't know if I knew at the time whether or not she did. I don't recall her telling me.
When was the first time that you realized that she smoked pot?
Actually smoked it, I mean, geez. I think it was probably late April that I saw her actually do it in front of me, yeah.
Okay. And I want you to understand, this is on the record, nothing that you tell me as far as smoking drugs, using drugs, selling drugs, whatever, is going to get you into any type of trouble, okay? But the reason I have to preface by saying that is because I'm going to ask you directly, was she smoking pot with you?
Yes.
Okay. At your house over in Glenwood? Mm-hmm. Who else was there that would be able to confirm that she smoked pot and it wasn't? Was it regular weed or was it crippy? Was it dirty?
I don't recall. It's probably normal.
So it wasn't laced with anything that you know of?
No.
How many?
Would the child be in the apartment at that time?
No, the child was not there.
Never there when she smoked pot?
This was one occasion, so no, but no, on that one occasion she was not there.
All right.
How many times, from the time that you've known Casey, would you say that you've either seen her or been with her when she smokes pot?
Seen her after the fact, like not around me?
Right, like if you were at a party with her or if you were with her that you know, well, let me be clear. How many times have you seen her smoke pot? Aside from the one time at your house back in April.
That was the one time I've actually seen her.
Okay.
I mean, she's told me on her own that she had, like, earlier or with someone else. That was the one time I actually saw her.
How often would you guess that she would smoke pot? Would it be once a day, once a week, once a month, a couple times a week? If you had to guess all the times that she would tell you or that you would see her and you knew she was high.
I mean, the times that she actually told me and I wasn't there was after we were dating. And it sounded like it got a lot more frequent after that. But during the time that I would see her on a regular basis, I would say once, maybe every 2 weeks or something. She was not very into it. So.
What about other drugs such as ecstasy or Xanax or taking Xanny bars, anything like that?
She never spoke anything about that.
Do you remember having a conversation with Jesse some time back where Jesse had told you something about her doing hard drugs?
He said that he had heard from someone that the person who spoke to Jesse claimed to have done some type of hard drug with Casey. Jesse said the person wouldn't say what drug it was, but that's all the information I got.
Did he say who this person was?
No.
Did he say what type of hard drug it was?
No, he didn't. Well, the person didn't tell him. As far as what he told me, that was the case.
Have you? Now let's go from the time that you've known her. Period. From the time she was arrested back. Did you ever know her to take ecstasy?
No.
Did you ever know her to take Xanax?
No.
These are important questions because, again, the reason I wanted to bring you in is because I've talked to a lot of other people and they're telling me you can help me with some of this stuff. So I need to make sure that if you tell me an answer, that if it differs from answers other people have told me, I need to explain it.
Okay.
So, do you know of her ever doing Xanax?
I do not know. Honestly, she never told me.
You know her ever doing ecstasy?
No.
Ever doing any other drug aside from marijuana, whether it be prescribed or not?
No, I do not.
Okay, so she wasn't popping anyone else's pills, no one else's prescription, nothing like that?
Not that I saw or that she admitted to me.
Okay. What is your knowledge of chloroform? What do you know about chloroform?
I know that it's used to, I guess, knock people out.
Okay. When was, obviously this became a very big part of the case, when was the first time that, aside from this case, you had ever heard, about chloroform?
I had, just general knowledge of it. I don't know where I've heard of it. I know I've known I can't even think back when I first heard of it. But I had known that it's to knock people out.
Okay.
Actually, well, no, I probably knew about it beforehand, but I had seen it in a movie, King Kong. They used it to knock out King Kong, so.
Okay, so
I think I had known about it before that, but.
Have you or any one of your friends, or any of the people in your circle of friends, ever used chloroform or ever tried to make chloroform at home?
No, absolutely not, no.